In this video, we'll be talking about the different forms of linear equations. Press pause to copy these 4 forms into your notes. When you're ready to continue, press play. Now this first form, slope-intercept form, is the one that we're probably most used to, y equal mx plus b. M is the slope of the line, and b is the y-intercept. Now the general form is all of the terms over on one side of the equation, set it equal to 0. The a, b, and c are integers, and usually the a is positive. The double-intercept form you don't see very often, but you can recognize it because there's a 1 over on one side, and then the x is over the x-intercept. A is the value of the x-intercept, and y is over b, and b is the value of the y-intercept. The point-slope form is a nice form to use when you know your slope, or even if you have to find your slope and you have a point. And it's y minus the y-coordinate of the point equals m, where m is your slope, and then times x minus the x-coordinate of the point. Now let's do some problems. Our first example, we're asked to write this equation, which is currently in slope-intercept form. We're asked to write it in general form. Well, the first thing we would do is multiply both sides by 15 to remove the fractions. So multiplying here by 15, we get 15y. Multiply this term by 15, the 3 cancels and gives me a factor of 5, which I then multiply by the negative 7, and I get negative 35x. And then multiplying this term by 15, the 5 cancels and leaves me with a factor of 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. Right, now that all the fractions are gone, I just need to move everything to one side and keep my x coefficient positive. So I'll move everything to the left. So I have a positive 35x plus 15y, and then when my 3 moves over to the left, it becomes negative 3 equals 0. My next example, I need to write y equal negative 7/3 x plus 1/5 in double-intercept form. Now what I want to do for double-intercept form is I need to get that 1 over on one side. So I'll start by keeping this constant term on the right and moving the other term, this negative 7/3 x, I'll move it to the left. So now I have a positive 7/3 x plus y equals 1/5. Now since I need a 1 on the right side, I'm going to multiply every term by 5. So nothing cancels here when I multiply by 5. I have 35/3 x, and then multiplying the y by 5, I get 5y. And then 1/5 times 5 is 1. So basically whatever number you have over here, whatever constant you have, you want to multiply every term by the reciprocal of that. Next I want to write my terms on the left side as fractions. So I have 35x over 3. Notice I moved the x up to the numerator. So 35x over 3, and then 5y over 1. Next I want to get the x and the y coefficients to be equal to 1. So I will multiply the top and the bottom of each fraction separately to get a 1. So to make this a 1 right here, I need to multiply up here by 1 over 35. And so that you don't change the value of that fraction, multiply top and bottom by 1 over 35. And that'll make that a 1x up there. And then also I need a 1y here, so I'll multiply top and bottom of the fraction by 1/5. When I do that and simplify, I get x in the numerator, which is what I want, and then 3 over 35 is in my denominator, and then plus y over 1/5 equals 1. So with this form, this double intercept form, we could immediately from here see that my x-intercept is 3/35 and my y-intercept is 1/5. For my next example, use the point-slope form to find the equation of the line whose slope is -1/3 and passes through the point -2, 5. Then write the equation in general form. Well, the point-slope form, which you wrote down in your notes, is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now if we substitute in our values, we see that y, the coefficient of my point, is 5, so I have y minus 5. And then my slope is -1/3, so that's going to be substituted in for m. And then x minus a -2 is my x coefficient. So you need x minus -2. I'll distribute my -1/3 through the binomial and simplify, so I have y minus 5 equals -1/3 x minus 2/3. And then multiply, since I want general form, multiply by 3 to get rid of my fractions. So multiplying by 3, I get 3y minus 15 equals -x minus 2. And then move all the terms to the left, keeping my x coefficient positive, gives me x plus 3y minus 13 equals 0. And that's my general form of my equation. My last example, let's just do another one where we're changing to double intercept form. Right now my equation is in general form, and I want to change to double intercept form. So I need the 1 over on one side. Let's move the 4 to the right side. So we have 2x minus 3y. We left those alone and moved our 4 over to the right side and made it -4. Now we need a 1 over there on that right side. So let's divide every term by -4. And then multiply top and bottom of each fraction separately to get 1 as a coefficient of the numerator. So on this one, I want to multiply top and bottom by 1/2 so that I'll get a 1x up here. So I wrote that there. On this term, I want to multiply top and bottom by 1/3 to get just a y up in the numerator. And then notice I simplified -4 divided by -4 is 1, which I wrote there. Now if we simplify, we have x over, and then 1/2 times -4 is -2, and then y over, and then multiplying those two we get 4/3. Now actually we had -4/3 here, but this negative from the denominator and this negative out in front is what gave me this positive right here. So my double-intercept form, we can see that my x-intercept will be -2 and my y-intercept will be 4/3.